So this is the original charter that would have been written by...
Well, I think it could well be the initials or signature of whoever actually wrote it. And the more closely you look at it, the more interesting it becomes. These little lines, all drawn out ever so carefully, so that it's all written in straight lines.
I mean, it is astonishing to think that was done by hand and not by a printer. Such as the regularity of it and the beauty of it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, given the date of this, so 1532,
printing started, but
only just, right?
Only just, and it's for mass-produced things rather than something where there is one copy and there'll never be another. And what I like about this one, I mean, at first I was a bit surprised that it was so very restrained compared to the QEH Charter, which is twice the size and has bright blue and red figures painted around it, and we've just got this very, very delicate thing. Well, it's possible that we just didn't pay to have it coloured in. But what...
No nonsense, right? If you've got the money, spend it on education.
Well, exactly.
It's the BGS way.
Exactly. And you've got the crown there, and all the roses are the Tudor roses.
Yes, of course.
So if those were coloured in, they'd be red and white to show that the Tudors had brought York and Lancaster together.
Yeah.
But
and what are these? Are these some kind of fleur-de-lis?
Well, we owned part of France.
Okay.
We didn't lose our last bit of France until his elder daughter Mary lost Calais.
Okay.
So that is saying, it's Henry VIII, by the grace of God, King of England and France, and also he's defender of the faith. A title the Pope gave him.
Just not very long before that, surely.
1520-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. What this charter is about is saying there's going to be a school, and it's going to be housed in the old hospital of the Bartholomews, and that had been a monastery.
Yeah.
Basically, it's saying that the new school will have the property known as the Bartholomews, and that could stop being a monastery and an almshouse, and it could become a school. And this beautiful document is actually a simple change of use. But in 1532, this is just before
of course.
Relations
the big breakaway.
Really sour. Robert Thorne has been living in Spain, and he's come back to England because it's a Spanish princess that Henry is trying to divorce, and the Spanish are very angry at this attack on their Catherine of Aragon. This deed is the last time that a monastery was taken over for a different use, not in anger. So people assume that we must have been given it as part of the Reformation.
Right, yeah.
And we're getting in just before all of that happens. Right. It is, as you see, very beautiful. What's missing is the Great Seal. Now, I'm quite cross about this, because this is a book, it's the first history written.
The C.P. Hill?
No,
this is Samson. W.A. Samson.
This is Samson, so 1912. And when he took a picture of the charter, it had got the complete Great Seal on.
Okay.
So you'll notice there's no signature on this, because there's no need for a signature, with the Great Seal showing Henry on his charger on one side and sitting enthroned on the other side. That's the signature. But wax seals get very brittle. It'll have gradually flaked away and got lost.
It's interesting to think that it survived for 400 years nearly, but not of the 500s. And this was, what's this? Is this how it would have been tied originally, or is this part of the...
The seal will have been, you can see how it's frayed.
Yeah.
The seal will have actually held that. Yeah. And this, I think, will be silk. Yeah.
Well, it is amazing.
And here we are, still teaching literature and good manners.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see it. And is this touchable?
To you, Headmaster, yes, of course.
Oh, it's beautiful. This is Henrius? No,
Henricus
Octavius
Dei Gratia Angliae et Franciae.
It looks like
Rex.
FF.
That's right, Rex. Fidei Defensor et Dominus Hiberniae, Lord of Ireland.
Well, it really is something. I didn't realise what it would feel like to touch. I mean, there's in my mind I just thought it would be like some kind of paper, but it does feel more substantial, more like a leather almost.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like you're really in the presence of history, doesn't it? I mean,
oh gosh, yes. Yeah.
I don't think I've touched anything handwritten that's 490 years old or more. So, it's amazing.